Hello dear children. So today's chapter's name is The Voice of Devotion. What is devotion? Devotion is it's our act of prayer. When you are praying in private, that is devotion. What you have in private. Devotion, when you pray, it should be private. Don't you think so? You don't show anybody else because it is between you and God. So, the voice of devotion or the faith in God, it shows our faith in God. When you are doing something privately, it's between you and God. It's straight between you and God. So, now let's look at this. Be strong and courageous. What is that? Be strong and courageous. What is the meaning of courageous? Brave. Be strong and brave. Do not be afraid. Don't be scared. Do not be discouraged. Discouraged is when you're feeling you don't have courage, so you are discouraged. You're full of fear. You're scared to do something. So this is a verse from the Bible. The scriptures give us strength. So do not be discouraged, for God will be with you wherever you go. Do you believe that? Yes. We are not alone. We always have God with us. And so when we have God with us, should we be scared? You don't have to worry when God is with us. So when we are feeling scared, we can tell to ourselves, yes, God is with me. So I will not be afraid. I will not be discouraged. God will be with me, and wherever I go, God will be with me. So these are the strong words from the scriptures. So, Tansen was a great singer in the court of Akbar. What is a court? So, court Akbar was a great emperor, and when an emperor has many things to do, he needs advisors. So, the court is it is a group or a council of advisors. It can be, they are many learned men. So, Tansen was one among the people. So, they are called ministers, maybe ministers, or any of they'll be in the court. And Tansen was very good at singing. He was a great singer in the court of Akbar, and he entertained the emperor and the court by his melodious voice. So Tansen had a beautiful voice. When he sings, he was like everybody used to enjoy it. And he was famous as one among the Akbar's 9 jewels too. So Tansen was one among Akbar's 9 jewels. So there were 9 men who were very famous, and one among them was Tansen. So one evening, Tansen was at his best, presenting one composition after another with great gust. What is gust? He was he was enjoying himself and singing. Everyone was enthralled. Enthralled means they were enjoying it, and they were like so amazed and listening to the voice, because that's a God-given gift. A beautiful voice, a melodious voice is God's gift. So Akbar not only enjoyed the words and the music, but also became emotional. So Tansen had written the songs, and he was singing the lyrics in such beautiful melodious voice, and the emperor was not only enjoying the words, he was enjoying the words, he was enjoying the music, and he started to become emotional, means he was full of feelings. So he walked over and congratulated him. Who? Akbar walked over and congratulated Tansen. Tansen, today you have outperformed yourself. Undoubtedly, you are the greatest singer in the world. So what is Akbar telling? Tansen, today you have outperformed yourself. So usually you are performing and you are competing. If there is a competition, there will be people who are competing against each other. But today you are outperforming yourself. You have become better than before. Undoubtedly, you are the greatest singer in this world. So Akbar was telling, you are the greatest singer in this world. So Tansen was humble, and Tansen humbly, what is humble? He was not feeling very proud. He was humbly thanked the emperor for his compliments. So Tansen was very humble, and he thanked the emperor for his compliments, for what all the good words he was telling, compliments. Akbar was calling him the greatest singer in the world. That is a big compliment. So he was very humble. Tansen is telling humbly, Your Majesty, I am grateful for your words of encouragement. I may be a good singer, but I am not the best. Just imagine, he was very humble and he was acknowledging that he is not the best. Will anybody, when somebody is telling you are the best, usually they will say, oh yes, they will take it and they'll feel very proud. But here Tansen is very genuinely, he's very humble, and he is not taking the compliment all to him by himself. He's giving it to somebody else. Let's look at that. Emperor Akbar was surprised at Tansen's words. He said, then who in your opinion is the greatest singer? So Emperor Akbar was surprised. When he was telling, the emperor was calling Tansen the greatest singer in the world. He was so surprised when Tansen was telling that he is not. So then he's asking, then who in your opinion is the greatest singer? Your Majesty, Tansen said, there is a singer you must hear. He is my Guru Swami Haridas. He is the greatest singer in your land. Impossible, exclaimed Akbar. So now what happened? Akbar called him the greatest singer, but Tansen is telling, no, you must hear my Guru Swami Haridas. He is the greatest singer in your land. He is my Guru Swami Haridas. So Akbar is telling, impossible. I cannot believe that there is anyone who can sing better than you. Tansen bowed deeply. He was bowing deeply because the king was giving him a great compliment. Your Majesty is very kind, but you will change your opinion when you hear my Guru. I will take you to listen to him. So now Tansen is bowing in front of Akbar and telling him, Your Majesty is very kind, but you will change your opinion when you hear my Guru. I will take you to listen to him. Some days later, Akbar and Tansen went to see Swami Haridas, Tansen's Guru. Tansen stopped at a small hut on the banks of the Yamuna. Seeing them, Haridas stepped out. So one day, Akbar and Tansen goes to see Swami Haridas. So Tansen, who is Swami Haridas? Swami Haridas is Tansen's Guru. And Tansen, when Swami Haridas sees Tansen's Guru Swami Haridas steps out of a small hut. And where is this hut? It's on the banks of the Yamuna. Seeing them, Haridas stepped out. What can I do for you? He asked politely. Gurudev, it is me, Tansen, said Haridas's old student, touching the old man's feet. Akbar, forgetting that he was emperor, bowed deeply to the old man. Do us the honor of singing a song, he said. Haridas did not recognize Akbar. Who is this? He asked Tansen. So now Tansen has taken Akbar the emperor to meet his Guru Swami Haridas, and when Akbar meets Haridas, the Tansen touches the feet of his guru, and Akbar also touches the feet, bows deeply, and he asks Tansen's guru, Swami Haridas, please will you do us the honor of singing a song? Please will you sing a song for us? So Haridas, Swami Haridas doesn't recognize Akbar, and he's asking Tansen, who is this? So who is this? Swami Haridas is asking Tansen, and what does Tansen say? One of my friends, said Tansen. He has heard of your great music. I have brought him all this way just to hear you sing. Haridas smiled gently. He asked his visitors to sit. Then he tuned his tanpura, that is his musical instrument. Okay, you can see that tanpura in his hand in the picture. Then he tuned his tambura and began to sing. The old man's songs were so beautiful that Akbar was moved to tears. When at last Haridas put away his tambura, the two men bowed in reverence and left. So what happens when Tansen's Swami, the Guru, Swami Haridas sings? He sings so melodiously, and Akbar is moved to tears. Akbar starts crying because tears come out of his eyes, and it's so beautiful. When you hear something beautiful, sometimes it touches you inside, and then it moves you to tears. So that's what happened. So when at last Haridas put away his tambura, the two men bowed in reverence and reverence. They were respecting him and bowing before him. Now let's look at the next page, please. So now on the way home, Akbar said, I have never heard such a wonderful voice in my life. Tansen, why can't you sing like that for me? Your Majesty, how can I? Replied Tansen. I sing for you, the Mughal emperor, but my Guru sings for God, the greatest king of all. My songs can never be as sweet as Gurudev's. The wise Akbar agreed with his answer. So what is happening? Akbar is asking, Tansen, I have never heard such a wonderful voice in my life. His voice is so melodious. Why can't you sing like that for me? So Tansen is saying, your Guru, how can I? I sing for you, the Mughal emperor. But my Guru, he sings for God, the greatest king of all. My songs can never be as sweet as Gurudev's. The wise Akbar agreed with his answer. So, the wise king, he was agreeing with his answer and telling, my friend, he said, you are right. Nothing can match the offerings we make to God. So when we are offering something to God with our whole heart, nothing can match that. So when we study or do work, our motive is to get good marks or earn good money. We work hard and show our talents to make others happy. So you get marks to compete with somebody else. You get more money, you earn money so that you can spend and you can show somebody else. Why do you need to do that? We work so hard and we show our talents to make others happy, get others applause, get honors and awards, and become famous. In such cases, we try to mold our work according to the people who judge us. So, our best does not come out of us. When we do our work and use our talents out of our love for God, then it is our best work. faith, that is devotion. Faith or devotion is when you love God. So, when we do our work or use our talents out of our love for God, we do our best work. Do you agree? Because when we want to show our love to God, we are going to give our best. We don't hold ourselves back. We show our love to somebody. When we love someone so much, we'll give our complete everything. We'll do it for the best. So, faith allows us to express ourselves to the fullest extent. When we have faith in God, our work turns out well. So, when we have faith in God, our work, who helps us? God helps us, and when we are doing to our best, God helps us, and it turns out to be well. This is because faith also involves focusing on our work. So when we are doing something for God, whenever we do something, do it for God, and then we are bound to be so good in what we do. We'll be excelling. So when we focus on our work, it is bound to be good. So do you have any doubt about that? Do you agree? So whenever we are going to do something, do it as if God is what you're doing it for God. God sees us. Everything what we do, God sees us. So we are going to do the best we can, and it's just like we are giving an offering to God. So when somebody loves you, you will give the best to them, and then they give the best to us. We are happy. So same way when we love God, we are going to do our best. So whenever we do our work, whenever we do anything to others, anything for others, just do it as if you are doing it for God, and you will be happy, and you will be doing the best. Okay, so till next class, stay blessed. I want